Hello Internet allies, so now that Bayonetta and Corrin have completed the Super Smash Bros. Roster for Wii U and 3DS, I thought it'd be a good time to talk about who my top 10 favourite fighters are in Super Smash Bros. Now to be honest, I don't think there are any bad fighters in Super Smash Bros. I like them all, but there are just some that I like better than others. Also, please bear in mind that this is just purely my opinion of who I have the most fun playing as in Super Smash Bros. I know that everyone has their own personal favourites, which I think is one of many things that makes this game so interesting. So let's kick things off with my number 10 choice, PacMan! So when I heard Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS was being co-developed by Namco Bandai, I thought maybe PacMan has a chance of being a playable character, but I couldn't think or imagine what his moveset would be. But when I saw what PacMan's moveset was, I was really impressed and I thought it was so creative and clever. Yeah, I love how the PacMan Ghost or PacMan Smash attacks, and I love his side special as well, where like he chases one of the PacMan pellets. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I think PacMan perfectly captures how fun Super Smash Bros. Is supposed to be and how fun games are supposed to be in general, and I think that's like the true meaning of games, so, you know, he is one of gaming's icons, so I think it's brilliant that he's in this game. I think that using the character design from Pac-Land and Pac-Man World is perfect and fits into Super Smash Bros. The best out of all of Pac-Man's designs. However, I am glad that the arcade version of Pac-Man is using Pac-Man's final smash. Number 9, Lady Palatine! Out of all the newcomers to Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, because I loved Kid Icarus Uprising so much, Palatine was easily the one I was most excited about. And Palatine didn't disappoint me at all. Even though she may not be the most popular character, and her default special moves don't do that much damage, I find that her smash attacks have a lot of range and power, perfect for sending opponents into the heavens. Another thing I love about Palatine is how diverse she is with her special moves, because all of her special custom moves are completely different from each other, so you can just experiment and see what moveset works best for you. I also usually play quite well online with Palatine, so that's a bonus as well. Not to brag or anything. In 8th place, Captain Falcon! So whenever I think about Super Smash Bros, one of the first characters that always comes to mind is Captain Falcon. This is for many reasons, such as the fact that he's been in every Super Smash Bros game to date, as well as his famous catchphrases and special moves that he uses in Super Smash Bros. Like Falcon Punch! As well as Show Your Moves! Please excuse my terrible Captain Falcon impression there. But his cheesy catchphrases aside, Captain Falcon is great to play as. He's strong, he's fast, and he's great for both beginners and experts alike. And it's always really satisfying when you hit an opponent with a Falcon Punch or a forward air knee of justice. Number 7, the man from Final Fantasy VII, Cloud! Now out of all the newcomers and all the DLC fighters that have been added to the new Super Smash Bros, for me, Cloud was by far the biggest surprise. And I think Cloud's definitely as good as he is surprising in Super Smash Bros. Something I really like about playing as Cloud is that even though there are a lot of sword fighter characters in Super Smash Bros, Cloud is a very unique character and he still manages to remain powerful and true to his game, which makes him stand out quite a lot in the sword fighter category. I also love all the Final Fantasy references and attention to detail with Cloud's inclusion in the game, such as being able to charge a limit gauge for a super special attack. And I feel that this is one of many things that proves that the third-party characters in Super Smash Bros. Are treated just as well as the Nintendo characters. Number 6 is Monarda Boy Shulk. To be honest, I think you can tell how much you enjoy playing as a character in Super Smash Bros. If you actually want to go and play the game that they're from. And Shulk, I think, is a great example of that. Yeah, and there are lots of other reasons why I love playing as Shulk in Super Smash Bros. First of all, he kind of reminds me of me. I also think that Shulk's weapon, the Monarda, is really cool. And in a lot of ways, it kind of reminds me of lightsabers from Star Wars. And the Monarda in Super Smash Bros. Is super powerful too. His vision ability is an epic counterattack. And I love how you can change Shulk's strengths and weaknesses mid-battle too, using his Monarda arts. For example, if you wanted to deal more damage to opponents, you could choose his Buster Monarda art. Or if you're close to getting KO'd, you could increase his defense by using his Shield Monarda art. Flying in at number 5, Pit. Now to be honest, I feel like I should give Pit a most improved award since Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I mean, for starters, his Final Smash and special moves are so much better in this game than in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And also, he had a brilliant revival game on a 3DS, Kid Icarus Uprising, which in my opinion was one of the best games on the 3DS. So, as with Palatine, this choice may seem a little bit biased, but I do genuinely have fun playing as Pit in Super Smash Bros. Not to mention, I do love Angel characters and think they're really cool too. But probably my favourite thing about Pit in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U is the Palatine's guidances you can activate using Pit on the Palatine's Temple stage. To activate this, double tap Pit's down tilt and then Pit and Palatine will talk and banter about a character Pit is fighting against, which includes who the character is and tips on how to defeat them. Number 4 is the Hero King himself, Marth. My favourite character to play as in Super Smash Bros. Melee, Marth is what I'd call a WYSIWYG character, so what you see is what you get with Marth. No nonsense, no gimmicks, Marth is a simple, straightforward sword fighter character. But that definitely doesn't mean he can't hold his own. He's one of the most quick and nimble sword fighter characters in the game, while still managing to deal a decent amount of damage to opponents. So because I think Marth is very easy to use, and that my first time playing a Super Smash Bros. Game was in Super Smash Bros. Melee, I definitely recommend playing as Marth if you're new to playing Super Smash Bros. And need to get used to the game a little bit. But I think he's still a good choice for experienced players too. Number 3, Kirby! Arguably one of the cutest characters in Super Smash Bros., I think Kirby's also one of the most fun characters to play as, with a very unique and diverse moveset. He also has some very effective special moves, such as his slow but powerful hammer move, and his ability to turn himself into a stone which slams down onto opponents. But by far my favourite thing about Kirby in Super Smash Bros. Is his Inhale ability, which lets him follow his opponents and copies one of their moves for Kirby to use. And I think this is one of the coolest moves of any character in the game. Number 2 is the Hero of Hyrule, Link. Now I definitely don't play Super Smash Bros. Competitively, but if I did, I'd probably end up choosing Link to play as. And this is because I think Link is an excellent, well-balanced, all-around fighter. His Master Sword definitely lives up to its name in this game, with some very powerful smash, dash and aerial attacks, slicing through opponents with ease. Definitely a safe choice for online battles. So before I reveal my favourite fighter, these are my honourable mentions who very almost made it to the top 10. Sheik, Mega Man, Mario, Toon Link, and my number 1 favourite fighter is Sonic! So Sonic is my favourite ever video games character, and in Super Smash Bros. It is no different. So yeah, my favourite choice may seem a little bit biased, but whatever. As you'd expect, he's the fastest character in the game, and while he may not be the strongest, he can still easily dominate the playing field with his speed. And his fighting style is perfect for players like me who just like to get stuck in and start fighting instead of waiting around for something to happen. His final smash, Super Sonic, is super cool and can definitely send opponents flying. It's a little less overpowering than it was in Brawl, and I'm so glad that Sonic's a much more balanced character in the newest games. However, I remember how excited I was when Sonic was announced for Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and even with the Wii U and 3DS versions as well. So that's the end of my list of my top 10 favourite Super Smash Bros. Characters. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and please like, share and subscribe for more gaming videos in the future. I'll leave a link to my previous gaming videos of Final Fantasy VII and Cloud and Super Smash Bros. In the description, so please check them out too. And of course, please let me know what your favourite Super Smash Bros. Character is in the comment section below. And finally, I have 2 characters of the week, and they are the newest additions to Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, Bayonetta and Corrin. Thanks again for watching my video, you awesome people, and take care of yourselves. Okay, see you guys, bye bye!